poor, disease-ridden kids are gonna run into the biggest monster of all time.
What makes a horror film stick with you long after the credits have rolled?
Well, that's what we're gonna find out today. Welcome back to episode 2 of
Where there's a will,
There's a Dre.
thanks for coming back.
Yeah, we got around a strong 7 or 8 viewers here.
Yeah.
We need to keep that going.
You didn't think we'd do another episode, but
No.
here we are for number 2.
Well, we barely have. I mean,
Yeah, if we get through this, it'll be a miracle.
this is our 75th take of the day.
75 takes. Second episode. Today we're talking about horror films. Horror is my favourite genre.
Yeah, I would
I think
agree.
it's yours.
Well, it's up there for me. I mean, we've made 2 horror films together, and it's definitely a genre we've invested a lot of time researching in. So we'd like to give back some opinions about that today, and
Give back some love to the genre that has treated us so well.
so well.
Let's start off. What makes a horror film? It's a very versatile genre. You get a lot of different stuff. You get, the range of horror films is so wide compared to like a rom-com genre where basically you get the same different story 3 different ways. And also, just to note, my nose is a bit blocked because I had surgery last week. So if I sound particularly nasally,
Now that
Give
is
me a
a
break.
plot for a horror film that I would buy into.
the substance
Man gets
too.
a nose job gone wrong.
Nose man. He can smell crime.
Who knows what he's up to? Okay,
Whoa.
that's all.
Yikes. No,
The Substance, though, that's a recent horror that takes a new angle. I wouldn't say it's incredibly scary. In fact, I didn't find The Substance that scary at all. But does fear have to, signify what makes a good horror? I don't think
No.
necessarily it
No.
does. No,
a horror film can be good and not be that scary.
absolutely.
Okay, so if it's not fear, then what do you need?
I think you need strong lore. Like, you need the presence of either something supernatural or something out of the ordinary that can create this sort of feeling of fear or tension.
Yeah.
That is a great starting point, I feel like.
Horror films almost always rely on having a normal setting be disrupted in some way. And a lot of the time, this out of the ordinary setting that you get for a horror film is inspired by current events and the context of that time. Whether that's war or disease or some new thing that everyone's worried about. You even see it in Mickey 17 with Mark Ruffalo's character is basically Trump.
That's Trump, yeah.
Yeah.
And you had a good one for Godzilla, didn't you? I mean, it's probably common knowledge, but to like a dum-dum like me who doesn't really know this type of...
I mean, Japan's biggest monster just happens to be a radioactive city-destroying foreign monster.
Yeah.
I wonder what that could have been caused by.
Yeah, definitely. Back in the day, we watched a lot of Ari Aster together in uni, and something that came up a lot was the idea of horror being at its best when it feels like it could be real. Like, it feels like this could be something that could actually happen.
This could happen in my house.
Yeah.
Or to my family.
Exactly. Like in Hereditary, when you don't know whether something supernatural is happening or if the characters are going insane.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. We didn't say spoiler alert at the start, but guys,
yeah, it's a built-in spoiler alert.
Yeah, we're talking about films, so hopefully
we'll talk about basically anything.
Yeah. Also, it's quite subjective. Like, something that you might find terrifying, somebody else might not. Like, it could also play into phobias, as in, like, for me, I could go watch that I did go and watch a marathon of the It movies,
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3, and I'm fine with that. But I have a good few friends who are absolutely petrified of clowns, and they couldn't stand to watch one.
Couldn't watch one.
No.
I mean, there's worse films to skip watching, I
Yeah,
think.
no, yeah. You're not rating it that highly.
Nah, not really. It was all right.
I'm sort of a big fan of movie monsters.
Movie monsters.
Yeah, so I know you were talking about The
Yeah.
Thing, and we briefly mentioned The Substance, but I'm a huge fan of like the movie monster phenomenon, and I think there's a lot of cult classic movie monsters that deserve speaking about in a bit more detail.
Yeah. Okay. Well, why don't we list off some monster movies then, and we can pit these monsters against each other, see who comes out on top.
Yeah, I like that. I like
And
that. I also had in my head, I know we're talking about horror. Now I've pushed us into monsters. Why don't we delve into monsters? And once we have, we can maybe create a monster out of all of our favorite monster films.
I like that.
Like, yeah,
Like UFC style.
yeah,
You know, where you see like, oh, your dream fighter has like
yeah,
Dustin Poirier's right arm.
definitely. They do that in football as well. Like, pick the leg of this footballer, the brain.
Okay.
We can,
Okay. Yeah.
So we can.
All right. Nice.
So monster films, there's a few that I enjoy. There's a few, and I think also defining monster film can be quite hard because me personally, I would say like for example, Nope by
Yeah.
Jordan Peele. I think I would classify that as a monster film, even though it's an alien film. I
The
think
alien is a monster.
he's a monster. There's crossover. I don't care if what you think. If you think it's not, I'm gonna say it's a monster film because I really enjoyed the idea of this. I guess it's almost beyond the monster. It's like a being that there's no sort of reckoning with.
Yeah, it's on the border with like cosmic horror, where you just can't understand the monster.
Yeah,
But this one, I think, is physical enough to make the list.
yeah.
Um,
And I thoroughly enjoyed the concept. I thought it was really original, to make the UFO the actual alien or monster. That is maybe a bit of a strange film to start with when you're talking about monsters, but immediately it's one that like I'm quite passionate about because I
Yeah.
really enjoyed. There's so many good scenes in that film.
when you watched Nope, did you could you tell that the monster was gonna be this cloud, or did you think we were gonna get some big reveal later on that it's it is a spaceship?
I think that's part of what was good about it is there was that sort of uncertainty, at least for like the first third of the film. There was that uncertainty what the UFO would lead to.
Yeah,
So many good scenes, and to be honest, the only like negative I could give it is possibly the ending. Having it was defeated by like a bunch of balloons.
was it
I swear,
just balloons?
don't they like launch a bunch of balloons into it and it just like explodes
Oh wow.
or implodes or something?
Okay,
Spoiler
I remember
alert.
it being a lot more badass than that,
There was
like
definitely
cowboy shit.
there was definitely a lot of that. There was also a scene with a chimp,
Yeah,
and there's now a film out called The Chimp
primate,
Primate. Yeah,
which apparently isn't very good, but
really. But
I love the idea of a monkey monster.
monkey going ape.
Ugh,
No,
beautiful.
it's
It's like it's scary because even though the likelihood of you hanging out with a chimp,
yeah,
apart from today, am I right? Is unlikely. The idea of it just turning on you is so scary.
yeah, and I feel like there's a
going
lot
savage.
there's a lot of horror stories about people who had like pet chimps and maybe other animals that were not meant to be domesticated animals. Not that I
Yeah.
mean, no animal is probably meant to be domesticated, but not traditionally
Dog.
domesticated. Yeah, a dog, but like a
Fish.
yeah, a fish. Okay, you got a few there, but a tortoise, you could have a tortoise.
You could.
'Cause-
So, my friend has a tortoise, and they carry diseases.
oh, really?
So you have to keep them you have to wash your hands if you touch them, and during winter you put them in the fridge.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that
Mad.
actually. Yeah, I was manhandling a bunch of tortoises on holiday, just
Really?
like picking them up in my hands, like going crazy.
Spinning them.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
spin them on their backs. And no,
Ninja
I wasn't
Turtles.
doing that. RSPCA.
The monkey, though, did you see the woman in real life who had a pet chimp and
Yeah,
the chimp like chewed her face off?
exactly that. So I think that even leans back into what we sort of led with about horror can feeling like it could be real, right?
Yeah.
This is the underlying. It's sort of bad that we started with something that is probably like the underlying metric of what makes a good horror, but there's
No,
certainly a
that's
lot of
good.
aspects to it. Apart from that,
In that sense, for Nope, I would almost say that the chimp was scarier than the cloud
yes.
alien.
Yes and no. I think that those scenes were a bit more visceral because a lot of it was like POV, like hiding under a table while the chimp is just
Yeah.
mauling people. Like that's very. It's a different kind of fear.
And it was the balloons bursting that set the chimp off as well in the studio.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
nice. I didn't realize that until now.
Yeah, and you
Nice
see
little
all of the
connection.
lights going. Yeah. Oh,
If,
there's so much to that
yeah,
film in
what a
terms of
movie, man.
Easter eggs. There was like that shot on the bike that was like Akira as well.
Oh,
It's
really?
like clipped up and it.
Oh,
I mean, Jordan Peele is a real cinephile.
yeah.
He knows what he's doing. He's got another horror coming out called like Four or something or Six. I think it might be called Six. Have you seen that on
No,
Letterboxd? There's just like there's.
7.
Is it seven?
I'm not
Okay, we
gonna do
can't do
it.
that.
No.
We done that in the last episode, but the problem is with visual jokes is a lot of people are going to be, well, not a lot of people,
No.
but people will listen
The
to
few
this.
the few people who were listening, I'm sure you've heard enough 6-7 jokes.
Yeah, we will let that one rest. Anyway,
Uh,
so
so Nope.
nope.
Okay.
But
We've got
that's
that
not a
one.
traditional.
It's not a traditional monster at all,
No.
really.
Well,
But we could give it, if we'll go through this list.
yeah,
Most original. It's a pretty original monster.
it's very original. It was a breath of fresh air, and I personally think that once that film was released, a lot of inspirations were drawn for that, and you can see now how many more Alien films are coming out again. Aliens are back in a
Yeah.
big way.
When I was a kid, the movie that scared me, like the first memory I have of being really terrified of a film was an Alien movie. It was Signs by M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh yeah,
Actually.
yeah.
And there's this scene where there's a children's birthday party that's been recorded and they're playing it on the news. And we've got this POV camcorder looking out the window. And I'm sat at home watching this with my dad on videotape. Must have been 6 or 7 years old. And what happens is an alien appears out of the bush. It's a jump scare. It's not actually very scary.
What kind of bush?
Yeah, a bamboo bush.
Yeah, right.
And and that was it for me as a
Yeah.
child. Turn the tape off, going to bed crying.
I don't think that would age well, but yeah. What rating was that film? Should you have been watching that?
It was way too scary for
Yeah.
me at the time.
We all have
Like-
that entry level. For me, it was the original Exorcist, and
That's cracked.
yeah, watching that at a relatively young age. I don't know how old I was, but I remember it being something that scared me to the point where if I saw the girl's face at any point, and she was looking like this sort of possessed zombie,
Yeah.
we might jump scare you guys on screen with it. We probably won't do that.
In 3, 2,
2, 1. Boom. And I found that very scary, and I would like to use that as another segue to say that having good horror, you need some very scary visuals. Well, not very scary, but you need something that is either scary, disturbing, or intense to look at.
Yeah, because in Nope, the alien isn't scary to look at.
No,
It's just what it does that's scary.
the chimp is though.
The chimp is scary to
So
look
that they sort of like ticked all the boxes there in case people are left feeling like we don't have that element.
at. Yeah.
but it definitely wasn't the front runner. But yeah,
What is the scariest monster visually, apart from the Exorcist woman,
this is a good question.
that you can think of? Because for me, the Signs monster, the alien in Signs, it's not very scary.
No.
It scared me at the time. But there's been a lot scarier ones since then.
Yeah, I think so. Um,
My mind immediately goes to the. It's not The Conjuring, it's the other one with the videotapes. Same sort of movie.
a Blair Witch? No.
Nah, because you don't even see the monster in that one.
The Babadook was scary.
Oh, the
That
Babadook was
that
scary.
that
That is a scary looking monster.
that is a scary looking monster. That is a scary film, and it felt equally cliche as it did original.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way
Pulled
I
that
could
off
describe
really
it.
well.
Yeah,
The Babadook is an interesting film because the whole monster we have of the Babadook is this metaphor for grief that the family's going through, and it's really the mother's monster more than it is the kids.
yeah.
But my favorite scene in the Babadook is when they're reading that book, and it's like Babadook,
The law.
yeah.
Coming back to the law conversations. Yeah,
And then it's scary enough seeing it in the book.
yeah.
His like long neck reaches over or something. Can't really remember. I think is it one of those books that has moving bits?
Yeah, it's like a pop-up book, isn't it? With
Yeah.
like animated scenes and
But then at the last showdown or whatever, the Babadook's doing all that shit.
yeah, I love that.
Oh.
I love when they like give you the little backstory. Like I don't care if it's
Yeah.
been done to death. The fact that you can have like, and he always comes on the night of the dinner.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Next thing you know,
it's like texture.
Babadook's here.
You know?
Yeah. It's world building that makes a good horror film
Yeah.
stand out from something mid.
I think an underrated part of a great horror, and it's not easily done because we've got a lot of people out there who've just seen so many horrors,
Yeah.
and we haven't seen all the horrors in the world.
No.
But I think having a really good twist makes a good horror, and that's
Yeah.
definitely something that we both tried to incorporate when we were thinking of making horrors, and when we made our horror short film. I think having a twist,
Not easily done.
yeah,
It's not. In Signs, throwback to Signs,
yeah,
obviously it's M. Night Shyamalan, so you're expecting some sort of twist.
Mm.
The twist was the aliens are allergic to water and they've come to Earth.
Oh,
It's
that's
just
brilliant.
stupid. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
That sounds like
So there's a bad
Shyamalan.
twist. The Get Out twist was pretty good. But, M. Night Shyamalan, he's well known for his twists in films. The Signs one was mid. The best twist I've seen him do in a horror film that isn't a good film is The Visit. Have you seen The Visit?
I think so. I think I've seen, or I've at least seen clips of it. I don't know if I've seen it. What's the plot of that one again?
Basically, these two children go to visit their grandparents in the countryside and they don't know them at all or something. They're like estranged.
Right.
And they have this weird week with their grandparents where shit just starts to get really freaky and grandma's crazy. She's running around the house naked and shit, I think.
Oh, right. No, I haven't seen this.
Turns out it's not their grandparents.
Ah, okay.
Their grandparents didn't pick them up or something like that. And that's
Okay.
the twist. But the twist, you kind of have seen it coming by that point, but it still hits at that point in the film. But the film itself, it's meme worthy.
Yeah.
There's one scene where the granddad is in his shed, cleaning his shotgun with his mouth. He's just got a shotgun in his mouth. And one of the kids walks in who has a phobia of dirt and finds in one part of the shed, the granddad has all of these shit-covered diapers just stacked up in a pile.
I might have to watch this. That sounds like
It's your type of movie.
yeah. You really sold me with
Yeah,
the poop diapers.
poop diaper.
Well, what you said just then about you kind of see the twist coming.
Yeah,
I think that is all. That can also be a good thing for horrors. What makes a horror good is that sometimes a bit of dramatic irony. Like the audience knows that the killer's coming. They can see them in the corners of the screen, or it
yeah,
builds a sort of tension and fear and almost a sense of hopelessness because you're just like
mm,
you want to tell the protagonists that they're there.
yeah.
Um, like Jaws. If we're talking horrors, if we're talking monster horrors as well, Jaws is like a classic.
That's
Um,
the shark horror film.
yeah,
The shark monster is Jaws.
yeah. And that film made a lot of waves.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh boy. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, when you hear the soundtrack coming in, I don't know if that was Hans Zimmer. Was it Hans Zimmer?
Nah.
No.
No.
Okay. Well, when that tune comes on, you know what's coming,
Yeah.
and there's no twist per se to the film. But anytime you think somebody's gonna die, they probably are, and it still hits. It's not like
It's one of those films that doesn't rely. It's not just the jump scare.
yeah.
It's still scary afterwards because they're still in the water.
For sure. I think there's you can do a lot with something is there but you can't see it or you can't hear it. If you play with the audience's senses
Yeah.
to kind of mask it out from being completely obvious, you can still get a great effect.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of films that do that as well.
That's why you get so many films where like the protagonist is blind or like
Yeah.
the protagonist can't walk. There was
Yeah.
that one about the wheelchair girl.
Was that with
where
her
she-
mother?
Yeah, and she
Yes.
can actually use her legs, but she's been given like
Yeah.
lead paint or something in her blood.
It's it is used a lot, and I think with the horror genre they do tend to lean into the vulnerable because I guess to an extent they're trying to show us what like
Easy prey, man.
yeah, and also it's like what's the worst thing that could happen to this person? What's the worst thing about being blind? Oh, you're being hunted by a killer who's
Yeah.
like incredibly well camouflaged, or you know,
But they're blind.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't need camouflage. They're blind.
Yeah, okay. What I
Very
just
well.
said- Okay,
Yeah.
strike whatever I've just said. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
though,
no, I
right?
do, I
It's
do.
like,
Well, you'd think the worst thing about being blind is not being able to see,
yeah,
but it's actually being murdered.
or it's actually that you're incredibly good at murdering using all of your other senses, like that one film.
Daredevil.
Like what's it called? Like, Don't Breathe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember with the blind guy who's the bad guy.
Yeah, so it's a
Uh,
film about a house robbery, and there is a blind guy, but they subvert the
He's
cliche.
sticks as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not a victim, although that is an incredible twist because you start the film thinking, "Oh my God, this poor blind man's being robbed. What can he possibly do?"
Yeah.
And and they kind of lead you down a path of, "Oh, these guys are jackasses," so you don't care when it turns out that this guy is just locked in.
Yeah.
He's a murdering machine.
He got blinded in Vietnam,
Yeah,
and he's back.
and he's taking
Got some
out
bad
everybody.
PTSD.
But that film gets really weird.
Does it?
Yeah,
Does he try do something?
he's like I just remember something to do with like breast milk or something
What?
weird in his basement. Yeah, he was like weird.
Are you not thinking of Barbarian, where they go down to the basement, and then they go down to another basement, and then like literally another basement, and there's this freaky woman who's like trying to breastfeed people, and there's a guy in a bed with a gun.
No, but I do get that reference. No, there's definitely some weird stuff about Don't Breathe that I remember. But that's a cool film as well.
Yeah.
It reminds me of The Backrooms.
Yeah.
The YouTube series.
He's got a movie deal, that guy.
Yeah, they're making The Backrooms an
Yeah.
actual film.
I've never actually watched it.
Yeah.
Is it any good?
It was something that I watched in school. There was like almost like a creepy
Okay.
pasta. It's something that you throw on an ICT class to scare everybody.
Right.
But the
okay.
concept was interesting. That essentially you just go down this weird corridor,
Yeah.
and end up in almost like Stranger Things upside down, but way creepier and way more You Are Doomed
Right.
vibes. Yeah, it's good. It's a good little one to watch.
Okay. We've covered quite a few films there.
Yeah,
Maybe we should just recap the monsters we've spoken about.
sure.
We can give them some like titles, and then we'll keep going.
Yeah,
Find some more.
yeah, definitely.
Nope. We were
Mhm.
going to give the most creative monster,
Sure.
and then the Babadook,
The Babadook's scariest looking.
scariest looking. Yeah,
Um, for sure.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Um, then we've done Jaws. Jaws, I could give most long-lasting fear because you watch Jaws as a child, and even now as an adult, when I'm swimming in the sea, a little part of me is like, oh, I hope
With a
there's not a
big shark.
fucking massive shark around.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely ruined the ocean for multiple generations of people. I
Yeah,
mean, my mum would go in the sea probably largely due to Jaws. I mean,
due to
she also
Jaws.
can't swim,
Ah,
but
yeah. If
obviously,
anything, she'd probably be all right
yeah.
because she'd just be at the bottom and Jaws would be like at the
You
top.
know what? For a long time, I couldn't swim.
Really?
For a long time, I think I learned to swim at like 14,
Right.
pretty late.
Do you learn to
Uh,
swim in the sea?
yeah.
Fair.
For me, it was like the fear of dunking my head under the water. Once I got
Mm.
past the fear of like my head being submerged, I could
Yeah.
hack it.
One thing I still don't like is when people put the camera underwater
Mm.
when they're like a fishing video or something like that, and you just get a glimpse of under the water.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
yeah,
I'm expecting like some bad stuff to be down there, like some
a
massive
body.
fish or like
Oh
or
yeah,
jaws. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. True.
Um,
Sea monsters are always a great little number for horror. Um, yeah.
but now you can swim.
Now I can thankfully swim. Not well. I think a lot of people would probably beat me, and my endurance could be better. But yeah.
Not
Anyway,
many swimming races you'll get into. I
yeah.
doubt.
Back to what we were talking about.
Back to what we're talking about. Okay. Don't breathe. Best handicapped monster.
Okay.
I can't really name many others.
A lot of antagonist horrors, they are handicapped in some way, often mental. But this is a clear disadvantage,
Yeah.
and he's really come out on top. No spoil, obviously spoilers.
Does he come out on top?
I think, I think he gets a fair few of them.
Well.
Takes most of them out in the night with no vision.
Mm.
Like they are terrible. They are useless. He's an
How
old
does
man.
he do it? It's
You'll have
almost
to
as if
watch
he's
him.
used to not being able to see.
Right?
What do you think then is the most iconic movie monster?
Most iconic. I mean, we could have given that to Jaws. I think The Thing is probably.
Yeah,
Who
The
would
Thing
you
is
give
up
it
there.
to? Or
I read a cool fact about The Thing the other day. The Thing is one of those films that tells you what the danger is before they reveal it to you, but they tell it to you in Norwegian.
oh,
So
right.
as the film starts, our main guy, whose name I can't remember, finds this dog out in the Arctic that they've been looking for, and this Norwegian guy is trying to shoot the dog. The Norwegian guy literally shouts, "It's not a dog, it's evil."
Oh, okay.
But he says it "It is not a dog," in Norwegian.
That's exactly how they speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Haaland, Haaland.
yeah.
I have a lot of time for alien horror, and because I feel like you have the most freedom there because
Just do whatever you want
Yeah.
at that point.
genuinely,
If you want to make a monster a cloud,
I want to make him a bowl of pasta, and when anyone eats the bowl of pasta, they start to grow, and their arms turn to spaghetti. And
yeah.
Please fund us,
What would you call this movie? Spaghetti Man.
Spaghetti Man.
And then you learn about the rules of Spaghetti Man through the recipe on the back of a pasta sheet,
That's
just like
hard.
in the Babadook.
And there could be Rigatoni Montana. Uh,
Yeah.
that's all I got.
Oh, I liked that. Rigatoni Montana. Spaghetti Man, just Spaghetti Man.
Spaghetti Man is like, yeah, he's like the Clint Eastwood. He's like the hero.
Penne Pete. It's like the sidekick.
Penny Pete sounds like you're mugging him off about
His what?
his penne.
His penne form.
Yeah. I don't know that many pasta names, okay? I'm going to leave Rigatoni.
Rigatoni Tony.
Rigatoni Montana.
I like that.
I live in a very loud neighborhood. Sometimes I don't sleep very well.
What would the monster in this neighborhood be?
There's nothing I can say that is not going to be of detriment to my career, so... no, there's no. The monsters around here are probably like the crackheads who,
Yeah.
for some reason, speak at abhorrently loud decibel units past 10 p.m.
I walked past the crackhead dancing on the way here today. And that was pretty scary. I was worried he was going to dance over to me
Okay, I would invite
and
that.
make me do crack.
Nice.
So, let's build this fucking monster thing then.
Yeah, what do we? What else do we do? But do we need to link back to the main thing? We do what we want. This is our podcast. We talk about what we want.
Yeah.
I don't care about rules.
We've listed off enough horror films for now that we can make up a monster.
Sure.
Let's make up a monster and then make up a horror movie featuring that monster.
Okay.
Yeah? Let's start. Okay, so if we're doing the monster's body.
Yeah. I would like to give him the head of Jaws.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. With the gills, so he can
Yes.
breathe underwater as well.
Oh, 100%. Can we give him like Freddy Krueger claws?
One arm could be Freddy Krueger arm.
Okay, one arm is Freddy Krueger arm because I think of like some scary real life monsters like a bear. They've literally got claws for hands. We didn't even speak about Freddy Krueger, but
No, I've not
iconic.
seen that film. I've not seen Friday the 13th. Or no, Nightmare on Elm Street.
There's a few of them, and it's almost like wacky
Yeah.
nowadays to watch, but it's pretty gruesome, and he is definitely a monster.
Yeah.
Like 100%, and very not nice to look at.
Okay. Okay, well, Freddy Krueger hand
Freddy
then.
Krueger hand.
So he's got a shark head, the striped jumper with the claw thing.
Yep.
I would like to do one leg is a chimp leg,
Okay.
because then he's got like the thumb on his foot.
Okay, that's like an added superpower.
Yeah.
I did also think, do we do shark head or like a doll head, like Annabelle doll heads? 'Cause
Right.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Like the exorcism face, because I found that scary. But
I love the shark head.
shark head is too good.
Yeah.
So Jaws head, Freddy Krueger arm.
Need another arm.
What about like the alien arm?
We could do like alien tail.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Like the
xenomorph
tail's pretty
tail.
OP on the alien.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
like stab people.
Oh, definitely we're gonna give him this xenomorph tail then.
Shark head with the eyes of the blind guy from
Yes.
from
He can't see. All he can do is bite.
Blink.
I mean, sharks are quite blind,
breathe.
aren't they? They
Yeah, it's on brand for sharks.
Okay, so he's got don't breathe, old man, blindness,
Yeah.
shark heads,
Freddy Krueger arm,
Krueger
chimp
arm.
leg, alien tail.
Yep. Just
Um,
need like a main build. You know what I'm saying?
we do.
Like a torso.
What about the body of the substance?
Oh, just like a blob.
Yeah,
Just like a straight blob. Would
just
that
flesh,
affect?
but maybe like a couple faces on it.
You think that would affect the dexterity of our beast?
Depends on his legs.
Hmm.
He's got one chimp leg. Maybe.
How about the torso of Nosferatu? So he's like this weird 300
Oh.
skeletal.
Yeah. But still, like, he's got vampire strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. And he could do with like a strong arm because he's got his like claw arm,
Yeah.
some sort of smashing arm. Um,
What about Jason Voorhees arm?
who?
Isn't Jason Voorhees?
Oh, Jason. That's
Yeah,
his surname? What is
yeah.
it?
Voorhees.
Voorhees.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
With the machete,
yeah. It definitely has to
comes
have the.
equipped,
Mm.
and he's just wham.
I feel like there must be one that we're missing out that would be a shoe-in, but that's the beauty of this. If there are any monsters that we've missed out that you think would be a great addition for
Oh,
Ultimate
mega
Monster
monster.
Build, then leave it in the comments and
Yes.
help
Um,
us build this because that is the great thing about this.
that's
We need to do better at that as well.
endless combinations.
Yeah,
With
it's like Ben 10.
yeah.
I used to love Ben 10. Anyway,
So we still need one more arm. How about that guy in Pan's Labyrinth who has like the eye in his hand? Because then,
oh
obviously our guy's blind.
yeah, true. He could have
He's got
eye on his hand.
one eye,
Yeah.
and then he can still see a little bit.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
liking the sound of this. And feel free to add your additions.
Yeah, I wanna
How can we
know.
upgrade this monster? How can we make him an absolute apex predator of humanity?
Left leg, chimp leg. Right leg. Oh fuck! We did the arms already.
I think we're still missing one of the legs, but we could
Okay.
leave that to our wonderful viewers to.
Yeah, decide what this other leg's gonna be.
Yeah,
But for now, I guess double chimp legs,
sure.
and then
You can't fail. I mean, we were thinking Godzilla, but we're not sure if that's cheating because maybe
it's quite
not.
big.
Yeah, not technically horror.
Yeah,
We've got to think of practicality as well.
yeah.
But yeah,
Really, you want this to be a guy in a costume rather than
definitely.
CGI.
So coming back to everything, how
Yeah.
how do you want to finish this off?
Well, now we need to come on, man. Wakey. Um. All right, so we've got our monster, shark head, blind, body of a blob, chimp legs, alien tail, Freddy Krueger hand, Jason hand with an eye in it. What would you call this?
What?
What?
What would I call it?
Yeah, what would you call this
Your mum?
monster? Yeah, nice.
The monster is Rigatoni Montana.
Rigatoni Montana. Okay. We need a setting.
I'm thinking like Middle Ages peasant Britain,
Okay.
where nobody even knows how to do anything.
Yeah.
And then anything is defined as a witch. I'm thinking that sort of vibe.
All right.
In a poor
Dark Ages.
Dark Ages
Swords.
peasant side of town, orphanage. These poor disease-ridden kids are gonna run into the biggest monster of all time.
Okay. So, disease orphanage
Yeah.
in the Middle Ages is our setting.
Well, I guess it's all diseased.
Yes.
They didn't know how to treat disease.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And they also didn't know much about pasta.
Yeah.
But they know a hell of a lot about rigatoni.
Rigatoni is an infamous name on the mouths. He's sort of like a folklore thing to make your kids go to sleep at night.
Okay. All right. We open in the orphanage. The children are being read or being told a story because they probably couldn't read. And our main character is Gwendol.
Yes.
This little girl who lives in the orphanage. And today's story will be Rigatoni Montana. All right.
The beast from within.
The beast from within.
And each one of the children has a nightmare in the orphanage. They dream of a different monster. Monsters from the future, monsters from fiction, monsters from reality.
And one of them has the claw of a dream man.
Exactly. All of the monsters, the segments of them are taken on by this higher being that is able to morph into the
worst fear of the entire orphanage.
Almost like the It plot.
Yeah. Okay.
each one of their nightmares. I'm just clearly envisioning a room of beds, and they're all sleeping, having different nightmares
Yeah.
right next to each other.
Little do they know, they're actually all gonna make the worst nightmare possible.
Yes, in a dark room with barely any lights, a few torches on the wall, and a stroke of lightning hits, and a huge, very blob-like figure
Is it a
appears.
blob? Is it a shark? Is it,
A blind man with eyes on his hands.
yeah, is it a monkey? Who knows?
Who knows?
I like it. I like it. That's a good little start for our film,
Yeah, and I think we need like a humble $150 million budget.
at least. Minimum.
Um,
And we need real orphans for the
Absolutely.
orphanage,
yeah,
preferably illiterate, so that they can't sign any
yeah,
contract.
and preferably somewhat disabled
Yeah?
because of but because of what we spoke about earlier.
About them being easy prey.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
some sort of vulnerability, maybe not disability, but vulnerability.
Yeah. But one of them could have a limp. And they get him first.
One of them has a leg replaced by a wooden stump,
Yeah.
and the monster just comes in and kicks out his leg.
He's the one that's dreaming about the shark head.
Yeah.
You got bit off at sea.
Arr.
Me leg was taken.
I'm liking this. I think this has got real potential.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. Yeah. And then it's just sort of a brawl movie for the last, like, 2/3 of it. It's basically just the raid, but with giant monster, and it's set in an orphanage.
Yeah.
Because all of the orphans know kung fu, or some variety of that. And, like, they work as some sort of transformer team where they make a monster themselves.
Like Power Rangers.
Yeah. With, like, one orphan, probably not the one with the wooden leg,
Yeah.
as a leg.
As the base.
Maybe the wooden leg one could be one of the hands, so they have like
Yeah.
a wooden hand.
It turns out that all of these orphans are orphans for a reason, and that's our twist in that they are vicious little monsters
Yeah.
with their own tools, and they're all thieves and murderers, and
And Jackie Chan is the running, like,
yeah.
the owner of the orphanage. That's why they're even better at all this, like, kung fu.
Mr. Han, Mr. Han.
What's that?
In the Karate Kid, Jaden Smith's like, Mr. Han, I want to go home.
You don't have a home. Back to the orphanage.
Get some muffin, boy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're gonna bring the monster. Anyway,
Wax
all
on.
these evil little kids, they turn out to be the even bigger monster, and you're actually
Yeah.
hoping that our custom monster,
Rigatoni Montana,
Rigatoni Montana, survives.
comes out on top. He'll need the power of all of his limbs
Mm.
to do it. Wow.
He picks up one of the kids with his Freddy Krueger hands, just bends him round and round
Yeah.
until he. Yeah, okay, this is getting very. It's getting very dark.
This is the most motivated we've been this entire
Yeah.
section. All right. So if you'd like us to make that happen, then, just send across the money.
Yeah. And if you'd like to add anything to this narrative that we're putting together, then please feel free. And
I think this is definitely going to be at least 5 films. Rigatoni
yeah,
Montana.
it's got to be a trilogy minimum.
Because you don't run out of orphans in
He's
the Middle
also a
Ages.
time traveler as well. So like after the Middle Ages, we move up to like
Yeah.
Victorian England. There's going to be a prequel, and that's like Ice Age.
Prequel.
He's fighting off cavemen.
Yeah. He has the tusks of a mammoth in that one
Yeah.
to make him like a little bit different. Maybe it's his like great grandfather.
And he enters like riding the back of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Nice. Wow.
Pure mayhem.
Explosions everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
He just triggers explosions and things.
Michael Bay co-signed this.
Yeah. Well, it's almost as if we made some sort of Frankenstein's monster, wouldn't you say?
I like what you did there.
Yeah. What does that lead me on to talk about?
Oh, here he goes.
Anyone else watch Frankenstein this year? Did you watch it?
I did watch it. The new one.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro. I watched it thinking I heard some mixed reviews, and I was like, oh, this might be all right. I'll check it out. I like Frankenstein. The cast is pretty good. And holy shit, was that a bad movie?
How wrong you were. I don't think.
Oh,
I think
my
you
days.
you have a very like harsh
I'm
opinion on the
angry that I
film.
watched Frankenstein.
Yeah, right.
Since watching it, every time I've thought about it, I've thought of another thing that just makes me annoyed about that film.
Okay.
The CGI was terrible. The performances,
Yeah.
they just had nothing to work with. The script is just not good. There's a literal line at the end of the film where Frankenstein, the guy, has been shot or something like that, and his brother says, "You're the monster, Frankenstein, not that beast." Really?
Yeah.
Really, we're using that line in 2025 in a big budget movie like that. It was just like
It's
so
difficult though
boring.
because they like it's difficult with like classic films because you want to pay homage and you want to try to be authentic, but you also do want to be bring something different to the table. I personally don't think it was as bad as you do. I think it was still a good enough film, and
Really?
yeah, and
What did you like about it?
maybe I'm just biased because Guillermo's done so much and so many
Yeah,
good things that it's hard to discredit his work. What did I like about it? I actually
didn't like anything. Yeah,
uh
same. The things that Guillermo del Toro does well, I feel like he didn't do well in this film. Like the world building, the sets, like they just it was just too much CGI for me.
I thought the performances weren't that bad. I thought that Jacob Elordi did well.
He did well, but
He stepped in, didn't he? Because it was meant to be Andrew Garfield
really,
originally,
oh, I
yeah,
didn't know
and
that.
he backed out last minute.
But I feel like the design of Jacob Elordi's monster is like it's like
Yeah.
Balenciaga Frankenstein.
No, I didn't like the look of him. I get what they were going for, like more realistic human put together,
Yeah,
but I felt that he just, looked like this pale,
pale alien.
yeah,
Yeah,
like patient.
yeah.
I also liked Mia Goth's performance. I thought she did well.
Apparently, Mia Goth is a bit of a monster.
What do you mean?
I heard a story about her standing on an extra's hand or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
She does give off very weird vibes.
Let me fact check this.
Keep this in.
Yeah. It says Mia Goth faced a lawsuit from extra James Hunter in early 2024, alleging she intentionally kicked him in the head while he
What?
played a corpse on the set of Maxine.
So, I mean, she was probably just in character then at that point.
Yeah, that is a scary character. That's a film we've watched recently.
Yeah.
We watched Pearl together,
Pearl.
didn't we? Fuck.
My God, that was
That
terrifying.
was so scary.
And that was terrifying because it was just all about a clearly psychotic woman
Yeah.
growing up in a very isolated environment.
And the audience is fully aware of how scary or how much potential to do evil that
Yeah.
she has. And so you just have to sit and watch as she
Yeah.
goes on this.
You're just waiting for it to happen. It's all in the perspective of Pearl.
That last
she's a
scene
real
at the
monster.
end where the dialogue is like 10 minutes of her talking about how she wanted to be a star and the blonde woman is sat across the table. She's just got this role that they both tried out for.
Yeah.
That was something else.
And she's doomed. That had all the elements that we've spoken about today with regards to, it feels very real, dramatic irony,
Yeah,
twisty,
yeah.
a
monster that looks scary.
the looks
She does look
she
scary.
looks scary just in her own skin, which
Yeah,
is pretty.
it's like the lack of eyebrows.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's.
There's a and the film closes with her just staring directly into the camera,
Yeah,
and
just
she's
smiling
like
into the camera
smiling until she cries without blinking.
while the credits roll,
It's
and like a significant amount of the credits roll.
yeah,
She does it. It's a hell of a performance.
yeah, she smashed that.
If If there's one film we talk about today that I would suggest to go and watch, it's Pearl.
It's Pearl. I think Pearl was a brilliant horror. Um, People are gonna have their opinions about it, like any film, but I think for me personally, like I really enjoyed it, and
I enjoyed it a lot more than I did X. I
yeah,
haven't seen Maxine.
it's the best of the trilogy for me.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Really good movie. Really
yeah.
scary.
Actually, when I was doing my masters, one of my housemates who was a lawyer,
Yeah.
he's the one who recommended Pearl to me.
Oh, really?
And that's how it all came about. He was like, "You should watch it," and then we both watched it together.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he did. That shout out to Dan. He had the goods.
Shout out Dan if you need any
Yeah,
law advice.
yeah.
Go to him.
To protect you against a woman who tries to murder you.
And the guy in Pearl,
David Corenswet,
yeah, he's Superman.
Superman, and I think he got cast based off that role.
Because of Pearl.
Yeah, because she lives on like this cornfield farm. Oh my god, that was a great film.
It was really good.
Yeah, I would watch that again for sure. Very uncomfortable.
That scene in the cornfield where she starts dancing with this scarecrow and ends up having sex with it.
Yeah,
That was something else. That
Yeah.
was freaky.
there was a lot of really good setup from the beginning to end because they sort of tease all the tropes of a serial killer with like what she does with the animals,
Yeah.
setting up the crocodile lake thing.
Yeah, with the granddad.
Yeah.
There's another vulnerable character. He can't move.
Mm.
And he was a big inspiration for a character in our film,
Yeah.
The Room in the Tower. Go and check it out on Instagram.
Yeah. We made a horror film, guys.
Yeah, I suppose we should talk about our horror film.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about horror.
Yeah. I say ours. This is mostly Will's. This is pretty much all Will's idea. Written by your brother,
Yeah,
directed by you.
directed by me. It's an adaptation of a book.
Mm-hmm.
The Room in the Tower is a short story. Basically follows a woman who has a recurring nightmare, and then she goes to visit her fiance's family home, and the nightmare comes to life.
Mm.
And Andreas was on camera.
Yeah. Just helping out. It was a really fun production. I think we shot it in 3 pretty
3 days.
full-on days on a limited budget, and yeah, we were going for scare, and definitely check it out if that
check
sounds
it out.
something. It's actually crazy because the film we wrapped shooting in the summer of last year, and by December, Christmas time, BBC One every year choose to air a horror film for Christmas.
like your ghost story for Christmas.
Yeah. And what did they choose?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guessed it. The Room in the Tower.
I thought it was pretty well done, but the BBC never miss with their they know what they're doing. But the story I think we have the edge, and ours is definitely more fun, definitely more of a
No bias whatsoever.
yeah. We've got better visuals, we've got better everything. Yeah.
And just like in X, we have a paralyzed man
Yeah.
in an old-timey wheelchair.
So
It's the best prop
We
that
got
we
the
ever
vul-
got our hands on.
so we've checked off the vulnerability.
Yeah.
There is a twist,
There is a twist.
and it feels very real. Possession, a ghost. Ghosts. It's
The
weird.
monster's a ghost.
Yeah.
But it's also, the idea is,
And so many people believe ghosts are real, don't they?
yeah. Have you ever seen a ghost?
I don't think so.
I don't think I have either.
I'm
but
skeptical. Let's say that.
I've had a couple of weird things happen.
Cool.
Because where I live it's an old house, and it's near to a very old area where there's a lot of history.
And your postcode is?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so essentially I live next to this place that's a big house, and this big house has security for it. And so sometimes I'll speak to the security guards for that house, and they have got some serious ghost stories.
Mm.
And I mean, this is like right next to my house.
Yeah. You should write them down, man. Have you got any good?
I've got one.
Oh,
I've
really?
got a good one.
Go on then.
So they do night shifts there. Just one guy does the whole night. And one night, the security man looks out. He's in this office that has a view of the main house.
Yeah.
And the main house has this big, like, grand driveway. And he can hear the noise of children playing outside. And he looks out. Along comes a kid on a tricycle, doing laps around the turning circle at the front of the house.
What?
And he's like, "What?" Like does the whole classic "Am I dreaming?" thing. Like looks away, looks back out, still out there.
Mm.
And then he goes out the door to go and see it, and then it's gone. The scary part is that if you go into that main big old mansion, there are photos of the family that used to live there. The family doesn't live there anymore. And the little boy of that family is pictured on his little 3-wheeled bike in the photos. And yeah.
I was going to ask you, did the guy you got the story from, was he involved in like a hit and run or something? And he's just carrying some guilt, but...
Basically, they just accept the ghosts are real.
Yeah.
Because there's another one where they saw a girl come up to the gate and a girl had died in a car crash in the village.
Jesus.
And it was her. But in my house, I've gone upstairs at night. I'm the only one home, and the tap's just running on full in the complete darkness. And it's not me. Or some people have seen things walk out of cupboards, like dark shapes.
All right.
So, no ghost stories from you?
Well, my parents have ghost stories. I
Really?
Personally, yeah.
Go on, tell
My
me.
mom swears that my dad was possessed one night.
What?
Yeah, the like one night he was he just woke up from his sleep and he was like a complete different personality.
Wow.
And he was like an old man or something from the war.
What?
And my dad's never been in the army or anything. But he get... See, I don't know what I believe from my parents' stories because they talk a lot of wasp, but basically my mom said something along the lines of he was referencing himself as a name of an actual soldier that they found.
Wow.
And my dad was like having a paranoid episode about like being on the run from something. Yeah.
That's mad.
But I sort of think that could be a bit of like deliriousness from, when you're like very ill.
Yeah.
Because my mindset is always when there's a ghost story, I'm like, okay, how can we rationalize this?
Apart.
Yeah. Like when the one you said about the tricycle, I'm like, okay, maybe he looked in the house, saw that painting, and then his mind was just running crazy. I think there's a way to explain everything, but I would actually be interested to go to a haunted place, a real life place where you can stay here and there's definitely ghosts. I think that would make some good content as well. It would be maybe cool to do like a podcast episode in a haunted house.
Place.
Yeah.
Might get some good inspiration for our next film.
Definitely. Let us know if the 5 people that watch this would like us to go and explore a haunted
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're bringing it back. It's 2018 again.
Yeah. God, 8 years ago. Damn.
Yeah. That was nice though. I'm glad we got to share some ghost stories with the audience today.
Yeah. How do we wrap this up then? Is it wrap up time?
Yeah, I think we should wrap it. This could be a shorter one. It's fine.
Okay, so we started with talking about monsters, horror films we like.
Yeah.
We then made Rigatoni Montana. Still working on the script for that. And then just a little note about, mate, my voice is fucked. Do you want to do the wrap up? Just for a second.
Yeah. So to conclude, guys, ghosts are 100% not real.
Yeah.
Will's acquaintance friends are very crazy. Yeah, we hope you guys have enjoyed listening to us talk about what we think makes a good horror, some of the best monster films for the clickbait, 100%, and you know, our creation of a monster
Yeah.
story, essentially. Let us know if you have any thoughts on what your ultimate monster build would be.
Yeah.
And
we want to hear in the comments.
Yeah.
What freakish monstrosity you can come up
Build
with.
us the ultimate horror monster. Must be already made monsters. You can't just make up a man with flames for eyes or
flames for eyes.
That I don't know why that pops into my head, but
Dilly's left hand.
Jimmy Savile's hair. That's what they're using him 28 years later.
Yeah.
So you can put some monsters in. You can put some real life monsters if you want. I mean, clearly it's working for Hollywood, so why wouldn't it work for this?
Yeah.
We'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on what your favorite horror films, what makes a great horror film, and just really open up the discussion to you guys. We're also thinking of we need to come up with a name for our audience, like something we can.
Yeah, we do. We do. We need a name. Normally, podcasts do they would do a play on the title of the podcast.
The Willy Drays.
Whoa.
No, we can't do that.
Really.
Well, we'll ponder on that further. But of course, if you have any suggestions, please. And
if you have any ghost stories, let us know. And it's always good inspiration for a film.
Absolutely.
And of course, go check out The Room in the Tower.
Check out our film, guys. We'll put links below.
Yeah.
Let us know how bad it is.
It's not as good as Rigatoni Montana. Let's put it that way.
It could never match the plot line capabilities.
Not enough chimp violence.
No, not nearly enough. And we're going to be coming back very soon for episode 3. We've got some great topics to discuss.
Yeah.
And we'd love to hear more. Send us your recommendations.
Cool. Nice.
We didn't do that last time.
We did.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.